Now I have the opportunity to sit with Asana, aka Layla the Stylist. And I want you to introduce yourself to my audience, and just tell us about like who you are.
Okay. Well, hey guys. I'm Lay the Stylist. Um, First I'll say I am 22 years old. I'm a student, and at the moment, there's a pause on it because, y'all know how the financial situation is with school in New York. It is not cheap. But I don't let that put me down. I still keep myself working, which is in being a hairstylist, photography, and design because I'm interested in fashion. The goal is to become a creative director. Um, it took a while to know what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be because I've always done like so many things here and there. Like it was a time where I was just doing photography where like maybe I thought maybe I need to be a part of film, but it's like I didn't like being a part of film. I like being backstage and stuff. Like I have like so many not friends, but I network around in so many different communities where it took time to realize like the what was the goal of what I wanted to be, which is becoming a creative director. Because before I always thought that I just want to be a fashion stylist, but it's like I love more than just being a fashion stylist. I love being like part of picking out the outfit. How should the hair be? And what was the idea of the shoot or video shoot or creativity, everything behind it. I realized that I'm a very creative person, and with being a creative director, I could put all my skills into one.
Perfect. Okay, welcome so much. Again, the topic is designing success, braids, photography, design, and breaking into the industry with Asana Dembele, Layla the Stylist, aka Layla the Stylist.
Hey y'all.
Okay, so as we dive in, I wanted to touch on a few things that a lot of people in the braided industry, as they come up, we spoke about this before, like, hey, like I'm young, like I'm not that established. At the end of the day, life can change in 2 seconds, right? Once you take a step in that purpose or that direction, you become it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I want to kind of like as far as the topic and what we'll explore your creative path, how you balance designing, braiding, and photography, and your experiences working with celebrity. And of course, the questions that I'm going to be asking is going to be about the past, the beginning, working with your first celebrity client, multiple skills you've developed. So let's just start. Okay.
Okay.
So what was your first passion? Was it designing, braiding, or photography? And how did it start in each field?
Okay. My first passion was to become a architect. And like I've always been interested like in designing and stuff. But with the architecture field, well, my dad really argued that in architecture in this world that you have to have connections. Like it's really hard to go up. So it kind of like demotivated me on what I wanted to do. So then I studied fashion, whatever. But either way, I've always done hair, and I wanted to know what could I do more because it was like it's the only skill I had, and it was hard to find a job, and it was like I didn't want it to stay there. So it was more as figuring out how can I put hair into of like what field could I do and use the skill of being creative and everything. So then I've always like I wanted to be a part of the fashion industry. And by that, when I wasn't doing my fashion internships, there's a bunch of photographers. So from there, I asked, "Do you ever need an assistant? If you do, I'm willing to help and for free." Because some people they don't want to offer because they don't got the payments to pay. I'm like, I'm I'm here to give you my time. I'm strictly here to learn. And I worked for a lot of people for free, photographers, hairstylists, and from there, I learned behind the scenes to understand the industry. And then from there, I just researched a lot of ideas of what could I do. There was a lot of stuff like fashion styling, fashion designing, um, project management, and then creative director. And then what I saw with creative director was that I could put all my skills into one. And then from there, I've just been learning behind people, brands, companies, internships, and just learning how everything worked backstage for when that time comes for me. I'll know how to handle and deal with it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Look, working for free and volunteering your time, it's an investment. Like, not, you're putting in and they're giving you that space to kind of like learn what they do, right? Those secrets and things like that. And especially when you're young, it's like the best time because people are not in competition with you. They don't think like, oh, this person is just like, oh, let me help the youth out with doing this because it's great to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think starting young is like the best kind of thing. And also working for free, because if it's something that you really are passionate about, it, just because if they don't pay you, would you not do it? Like it's something
Yeah,
you do.
yeah, because like a lot of people, like it's like a lot of people they want to help, but at the same time they don't know what you're coming towards. It. They think you're trying to come and be a part of the crowd and everything. And it's like it really took hard and effort to show that I'm very serious and hard and very hardworking. That I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not here to make you slower. I move fast with everything I do. And if I don't know how to do it, I'm a fast learner. Tell me what needs to get done. I go home, I do my research, come back better than yesterday. And I do my best with that. And it's like I really like and it's like I it took a part of me didn't want to ask people because I'm like I didn't want to get declined, but I was like, you know what? At this point, say no and I'll ask the next person. Like
Good
a no
thing.
is not gonna kill me.
No, it's
Like I was like, it's not. So I just kept going and going. Like and then some people they say yes. And then from there I went like I've been a part of seeing New York Fashion Week, Harlem Fashion Week. I remember I was working with Harlem Fashion Week. I was being assistant to this lady named Yvonne. Her and her mom, they're in charge of Harlem Fashion Week, and she had an extra ticket for me to go with her to the New York Fashion Show in the front seat, and I'm like, okay. And then from there, met another photographer, and then he gave me his camera. He said, "Here, go, go shoot some shots." And I was over here taking photos of everyone, everything, and I had my little free Adobe account from school where I could do Photoshop and everything and edit it and everything photos. And then I met a lot of models, got their contact information, and then from there it was like taking photos. And I said for them, if they ever just want to take some shoots anywhere for fun, hit me up. I'm gonna do it, and went and did it. And I was like for free, like, and it's like it does affect me a little bit, but at the same time, I'm gaining skills. I'm learning more, and then from there, people are gonna be like, "Yo, she's always booked." I'm like, I'm booked, but not really.
but you're building a portfolio. So
Yes, so that was the goal. Build
yes,
portfolio and have experience.
yeah, exactly. And then the network, right? People,
Yes.
word of mouth. This person does really good shots, and you perfect it along the way. So you'd be like, okay, let me not do this shot. So, but let's go, since you said yes and you already went to, let's go into the second question, which is, how did you land your first celebrity client and what was the experience like?
Okay.
Were there any unexpected challenges or funny moments?
Okay. My first big client. So I was literally coming from a nursing class, a nursing program in Brooklyn. And then I decided to like just get off for a second and just because I didn't feel like going home. I was just killing time. And then my friend, she kept blowing up my phone. She's calling me, she's texting me. She's like, "Where are you right now? Are you free? Are you doing something? What are you doing right now?" I'm like, I'm on 40, so I'm chilling. Why? She said, okay, someone does this. She was like, there's this guy who I know who's a photographer. One of his clients, they need someone to do their hair right now if you're free. And then she said, yeah, okay. She said, go hit the DM them right now, and tell them, show them your work, and then tell them that you're free, you're available right now. And I'm gonna tell them too. I said, okay. And then she sent me the info. Send to my personal. I send that to my hair page because I'm like, I'm not gonna hit you up on my personal thing. I'm like, who is this? So then I DM the person, I send them my work that's not even posted done like, yes, I do hair here if you need it. I'm free. I'm on 42nd Street. I can get where you need me to be within like an 30 minutes, an hour. Let me know right now. And then like within like a good 10 minutes, they hit me up and they was like, oh, okay, hold on, let me just ask him. And then he was like, okay, yeah, he said, okay, that's good. You're near where he needs you to be on 57. I said, yeah, I can get there right now. So then I'm like, I don't have my hair supplies. I'm over here. So within while I'm waiting, I'm over here searching for beauty supply stores, beauty supply stores. I'm like, let me go. Because I was so sure, like, because they literally just posted like they needed someone within like 23 minutes. I was like, I'm so sure they're gonna come. So I'm over here searching beauty supply stores. I'm like, I've never seen a beauty supply store on 42nd Street. It looks like a little. And I'm like, I hope they have the products. I walked all the way down to 51 Street on 7th Ave. I was all the way on 9th Ave. I'm over here walking here. And the traffic is crazy. I cannot take cab because the cab is just taking forever. So I'm walking, my legs is burning, muscle burning. I'm over here, I'm like, we're gonna make this money because we don't know what it's gonna take me. So I get there, beauty supply store closed. And then the guy texted me. He was like, okay, oh, he's like, great, yeah, I'm on 50 something street. You on 6th Ave. You can meet me here and then we take the Uber and go. I'm like, I'm like, you go without me. I'll meet you at the location because I'm like, I'm literally 1 block away from him, but I don't have the materials. So I was like, I'll meet you there. Just send me the address. I'll meet you there. And then he's like, okay, okay. So then like now I took another cab to take me down to another beauty supply store. And I'm like, bruh, I'm wasting money. I'm about to waste money that I'm about to make today, but I'm like, it's worth it just to get a client today. I don't know who I'm working with. So I took the cab down. Traffic is good. I'm getting annoyed. The traffic's taking forever. But I got the beauty supply, I got the stuff, and they're like, need a bag. So no, just here, give me my. But see, I gotta go. Get back in the cab, and then I got there, and then he got there like a minute ahead of me because I went ahead and took the train. And traffic, he was in the Uber, so he slowed down a little bit because I did not want him waiting for me or anything weird or anything.
Oh,
So then, yes. So then I got there. I'm looking up, and it says Universal Music Group. I'm like, am I at the right location? Like, whose hair I'm about to do?
God, you went and got your beauty supplies.
Yes. I came inside and I'm like, hi. No, I know I texted him, I said I'm here. He said, yeah, you can just walk in, it's a universal girl. Like, oh, okay. So then I walked in. I'm like, inside just waiting. I'm like, okay, here we are here. And then he was like, yeah, I just got a meeting real quick. He was a producer. He said, oh, this is my friend, um, who's a manager. And then he was like, y'all could definitely connect because he has a lot of artists. If they need you, then you can. And then the guy said, yeah, sure. Then took my info. I'm like, okay, artists. Uh, so then we walked inside. They're like, yeah, let me just call him real quick. I'm like, they're talking about the vice president of some company. I was not trying to listen too much because I didn't want to feel like I'm being nosy. So I was just like, I'm just standing there with my bag, like,
Fly on the wall.
yeah. And then so I thought he needed me then, but apparently he needed me after 5. I'm like, bruh, I did all this rushing. You needed me after 5.
But that showed how like on point and ready you were.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I was like, okay, now I can breathe. I'm gonna just breathe. So then, uh, so then we go inside, and then there was like, this is my guest. Come in. It's okay. Yeah, she can go with you. And then we go inside. I'm like, okay. And I was like, he's going to his meeting. Do you want me to sit here and wait, see me? And he was like, yeah, if you're cool with that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I could sit here. So then after I got, if I'm sitting down, and then he went up with his friend. They went to do their meeting real quick, and I'm sitting there, and then I'm like, I'm researching. I'm like, who is this guy? Real quick, I'm texting, and he's like some producer. He literally just produced a song for ASAP Ferg, and I'm like, yo, and like I do a little writing myself. I'm like, should I show him a song that I got? I don't know. Let's be the next Friday or something. So I was just in there doing research, like who's this person there? I'm like, wow, like they work with some people here. Anyway, this radio station, they was on there. I was like, whoa. So then I'm just sitting here and then he texts me, he's like, oh, you can just come up. I'm like, I'm about to go inside. Oh, wait, in here. I'm about to see. Like, because I've always passed by University Music. I'm like, I wonder like how is it like in there, like how's the setup and everything. And then I'm inside. But first I went to the bathroom. Oh my God. A lot of things happened to me. I got stuck in the bathroom because the door is automatic. I've never like it's just one bathroom stall, but the door is automatic. I'm like, why do you need an automatic door for a bathroom? So I forced the door open. I'm like, I hope I don't get locked in here. So now I'm sitting here waiting. I'm waiting for the door. The door not opening. I'm like, this guy about to wait for me, and I'm stuck in the bathroom downstairs. But thankfully, I was like, I took a second. I was like, let me breathe, let me breathe, let me breathe, let me breathe. I breathed. Then it was lock. I turned the lock, and then it opened. Then I went upstairs. Inside, and then I'm walking. I see the carpet says Def Jam. I said, I'm in Def Jam. I'm in Def Jam. I'm like, what? I'm just sitting here. I'm just trying to act like this ain't nothing new. Like I've been in places like this. The security guy like, oh, you going in there, the vice president. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here with Jocelyn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm just acting cool. I'm not kind of, yeah. Have my bag. Acting like, yeah, this is what I do. This is my life. I'm here to work and dip real quick, manifesting and stuff.
This is true.
Walking. Mm-hmm. So I walk inside. Oh my God. Like they got like a pool table here and like a little kitchen. Like not little, it was a big kitchen in everybody's office. And then like the titles of who is who is who. I'm like, I like my mind could even just like read everything. I'm just looking. I'm like, wow, so this is how it is. It's like it really set up like how it is in the shows, like how an artist like lounge area is, like where they go to relax and work and stuff like that with the manager and stuff. I'm just like, yo, wow, I'm in down from braiding hair. From braiding hair. I was just like, let me not look down on what I do because I'd be up here.
No, like it's something big. It's a skill. People have hair and they want to look presentable, especially in corporate, in those spaces. They want to make sure that they good and they fresh to death. Like,
Yes,
oh, listen, it's a big thing, especially
it
the
is.
fact that you have like braiding skills, design, photography, so you know what they're gonna look for on the camera. Like, so they'd be like, you know what if okay, they got a braider that day, but they don't got a photographer. Like you've made yourself now um irreplaceable or relevant,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, I just always wanted to be access like a good access to whatever is needed, good and ready.
Exactly. Okay, so all right, so that is cool to show like how far braiding skills, because people usually think you just go into the African shop, you get your hair braided, like that's where it stops. But it doesn't when you're a
It
creative.
don't.
When you're
It don't.
creative, it's endless
Mhm.
opportunities. And personality too, right? Like
Yes.
and yes, you burning your legs, you
And
you
he was appreciative that I came here. Like he was like, he don't know what I was doing throughout the day. And I kept my prices the way it was. Like, some people will like change their prices because they work with someone big and everything. And like I told my price and then he was like, really? I was like, yeah. He said, okay, I'm gonna throw you a little extra since you came here today. And I'm like, okay, that's my stuff, I guess. So I was like, I don't need to change my price. Like the work is the work at the end of the day. It doesn't like I'm not gonna change like just because of a different person who's
well,
working with.
as you get older and your experience get better and
Yeah,
stuff.
I need to like I want to have that background to be able to charge people a certain price. But I feel like if I'm not at that level, I shouldn't be trying to charge like crazy prices and I'm not even doing crazy work. I'm doing the simple hair where they could do next door, literally. So like I know I still need to grow. So that's why I don't feel I'm not comfortable with charging that much. I know my worth. I definitely know my worth. But when I feel that I've established that, then I'm a when I level up, the money gonna level up with me. Not too crazy, but reasonable for what I do.
See, the personality, the values and integrity, like you gotta have it. Like you can't just be like, oh my God, where I'm at. It's $1 million. Because they'll be like, okay, I see what this person's on, what kind of time this person is on. But they're like, okay, this person is integral. They're someone I could respect, I can hang with. All right, so let's go into building multiple skills, right? So how do you juggle between being a designer, photographer, or braider? And have you ever feel like one helps or inspires the other?
How to juggle everything. I realized my friend, she introduced me to buy myself a calendar. A calendar. I didn't realize those. I'm like, why am I writing it? I know what to do on my phone. She's like, but when do you ever like go on your phone and check, like, and look, until like your mind be like, I know I have something. And towards me, I'm a write down type of learner. If I write it down, then it goes in my head. So first and foremost, really seeing how my schedule is. When can I do it? What time can I do it? And days to see if I'm available, still do it. Me, I can't really just sit down and do nothing. Like, even if I'm in pain, if I have an opportunity for something, I'm gonna go do it. Well, as you can see, like I'm still healing from my wisdom too, but I was like, I'm not letting that stop me because what I'm gonna do, sit down and watch a show and not care, and like when I could be doing something productive. So I would say doing hair helped me um get more opportunities and be in the field of fashion and everything. I didn't think it could, but it's where I put myself. Allow myself like I DM these hairstylists. I said, if you need an assistant, everything like that, I'm available. And then some of these hairstylists, they're like, yeah, I need an assistant because they be having like a friend or a sister come help them, and they can't really braid but braid a little bit, but because they be tired, they're not working like how we work, how African salons work. So with these people who I work with, they love how fast I was and like me, and they're like, yo, you speed as Africans in African hair shop, you're just braiding to get the customer out, next client. But like with Africans, they're not a perfectionist. That's what I didn't like.
Ah,
They just did the person hair quick and go. Whereas me, these are people money. They want their hair to look nice. Like don't I didn't like the fact that like in some African salons they just take your money and don't do a good work that they could do and just take your money and go. Like they be like, well, and then they want to say you're not the person in the picture. That don't mean nothing. They came to you, they asked for a service, you said you could do it. So then do it.
this is true. And if you can't, just say no or
Just say no.
reply. Like, no, your hair is too short, you can't do this or whatever, and just explain to them prior. And if they agree, you
The
be like,
Africans, they will not decline no money. And that's something I have in handy. Me, I will never decline an opportunity that I'm gonna make money on. Never. Literally yesterday, this girl who I work with, she's a hairstylist.
mm,
She does dreads and stuff and braids. Literally 1 hour. She said, "Are you free right now?" I was hesitating because I was laying down. I said, "Yes, I'm free." She all the way in Harlem. I'm all the way. I live in White Plains. I checked in. I'm over here like I'm free. I'm checking the next train time while she's about to tell me what she needs me to do because I know she's about to tell me come. I said, "Yes, I can come." Got on the next metro nearby. Boom, I'm here. Let's make this money. Me, I'm a work. I'm a definitely like find a way to get there. But let me just get back on track because I feel like I'm still track to the point that I feel like hair has brought me a bunch of opportunities and kept me where I needed to be and introduced me to a lot of new things and industries. Like even now, like how I met you through Secrete, the hair product. And then I met all these influencers that work with Tresemme, that works with magazine brands and everything. And I'm like, and they're like, they want to, and they're like, oh, they love my work. They're like, yes, let's collab and everything. Like, I don't even know where I'm about to go next, but like, I just feel it. Something good is about to happen, but it also takes like the person you are. You have to step outside. You have to go meet people. You have to be willing to lower yourself in order to gain certain skills and gain certain opportunities. You can't always hold yourself high, 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 high because people are gonna be like, nah, she too much. Put it aside. If
Yeah,
someone like if people see you're trying to work, you're trying to grow, they're gonna bring you along just because they see your work ethic and how bad you want it.
that part.
So it's like for me, that's I just keep trying and trying, and I'm not. Hair literally slides me in through places. Like it literally is it's like a sneak through in. Like, hey, come here, dude. Like it was like you, like I will do it. Like you do. I do hair for like so many. I've done the hair for like an investor for this multi-million company that be investing in people companies like 500,000, $1 million and everything. And she was like, and she gave me her information. She's like, if you ever starting a business and everything, like, and it's like, and it's from scratch or something. I'm like, don't make me go start something new and come up to you, and I'm just doing your hair. And like, she like, I'm like, bro, like you meet so many people, and like with the hair, like even with your clients, like just talking, like, and not just that I gain opportunities, I also gain a learning experience from like what they've been through and how they got to the point where they are in any career. And what I realized with every career, it all took time and a process. And it took like strength within yourself to believe that your hard work is gonna pay off. It may not pay off when you want it to, but it will eventually. You just have to keep trying, and keep working, keep working.
No, it's so true. It is just really just showing up, like going into secret, and it was just like, I have my camera. So the two things that get me by is my camera and my braiding skills, right? And then my
Yeah.
fashion, right? Like I'm like, I'll put braids in my outfit or whatever. I know it's a statement piece. I know my hair. I do my hair in a way where
Mm-hmm.
it speaks for itself. I'm very quiet. So I'll just be like, yeah. And then they'll see a camera. They're like, oh, you do photos. Like, so,
Right.
and those things people want to see, especially when they go to events, they want to see like who's the flashiest and well, that's what they want to see. So it is just show up, but it's also make that statement, make a mark.
Yes, like leave an impression.
There you go.
One thing for sure, I've been told a lot. I'm very optimistic. And like for me, like, and it's like it's not even a purpose type of thing. I just love to learn more. I love to know more, and just I'm a very like curious person. And it's like, yes, I can be like quiet sometimes. Cause yes, I am a quiet, calm person at times. But like when it comes to my um like
Right.
how curious I am, like I'm gonna speak up. Whether it's in class, whether it's with my parents, anything, something I'm confused on, something I don't like, something I want to know about. Excuse me. How, when, where, how does it get done? Everything. I want to know. Tell me. And I don't decline any advice from anyone, whether they're younger than me, whether they're older than me, because everybody been through something you never been through. And I'm not trying to say I want to go through everything, but it's better to learn than go through that mistake. Sometimes there's some mistakes that doesn't need to be made,
Ooh,
and sometimes they are.
there you go. Sometimes some mistakes that don't need to be made. And that is very true. Like people be like, you know what? I need to learn for myself. There's certain things where I'll be like, I do need to learn for myself because I need to know how things function, like why is it this way? But then there's other things like I don't need to smoke crack to know that
You
it's a
don't.
I'd be like, yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Yeah. Like,
You know? So okay, so let's get through so with your creative process, um, when you're creating either like the braiding visionary, like okay, so do you recommend or people allow you to just kind of like freestyle it when it comes to your braid or your photography or your design, like, or is it something that you pre envision and then or recreate?
okay. So when a vision needs to be made, and I'm told in advance, And like I ask the person first, are you willing to trust my ideas and my opinion? And then I want to ask, what is it that you're looking for? Like, what's the idea? What's the thought? What's the image? What's the vision? Like, what is it that you want? Like, what's like how do you want it to look and everything like that? And it's like I like to work with what works on the person. Like I get what's the vision and I get like the examples you're showing me, but let's take that and put a little twist in it so it fits for you. Let's like I like to leave with let's make sure that you become the vision. Like see what the vision was and what it became. And then next, you're the next person that inspires. I don't want it to always like, they was trying to do this and then that's how it came out. No. They was trying to do this and it came out better. And then it's like I'm also willing to listen at the same time. Like sometimes my idea may be too much that's going on and you don't want it. Speak up. Listen, like some people they're really like there are like a lot of client customers who's like very quiet in what they want and like a part is bothering them, but I read facial expressions where like they're confused and I like I made sure I make it like a very safe space where it's like I'm not gonna get mad. I said I'm going to take out this whole head if you want me to. I said if you don't like it, then explain to me what is it that you don't like. A certain braid? Is it not how you thought it was gonna look out? Then tell me. Like I'm willing to work with you. Just don't let me sit down and do your whole head and let me finish and then decide to speak up after I ask you the questions. See me, I ask the questions while I'm doing the hair, like, are you okay? You want to see how half of the hair looking so far? How you feeling? Do you feel like it's gonna work? Everything because and I keep keeping the person updated because I want at the end I'm happy with my hair. So it's like sometimes some people they will do work and they know it's not coming out right, but they're not gonna tell you because they don't want to start over. Me, I don't want you to leave and you're not happy because like I know how it feels to be that client. And I know how it feels to not be able to speak up because you feel like the braider might get mad.
Right. And
Like sometimes I book people who's higher than me and I'm just a regular client, whereas like she might not want to hear whatever I gotta say and everything like that. Whereas like sometimes it is scary and it's like you just hope and trust that they're doing the best for you and working with you and want you to look good. Cause sometimes, cause you know, like how some people be like, "Oh, they didn't take a picture of my hair. I don't think they like what they did." And that used to be in my head, but really, it's not even that. Sometimes they got a lot of content on their phone. They don't got space to be taking more content.
right. Or if it's the same hairstyle, it's like you don't need to like post it or anything like that. So it's just kind of like, all right. Or it's been 85 hours of me doing your hair. I know
I'm
you,
tired.
I'm tired. Go home, get some rest.
Enjoy your day. Happy birthday. Bye.
Right? Send yeah. For me, like I'll be like, send me a photo. Sometimes people are not even like camera ready where they're like, you know what, look, not today. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
for you. So just send it to me when you dolled up and you ready. Send me whatever you like.
Yes.
So
But
it's so many things.
yes. So that's why I just say like I feel like it's very important to make a very safe space for not just the client but also for yourself so that you guys could both speak on the opinions and then like create an idea that hasn't been done or that you guys are both trying to vision. Because maybe I'm trying to do something, but I'm not sure you're gonna like it, and then I decide not to do it. But maybe you would. I gotta ask you
Right.
because
Okay.
sometimes they do be last minute changes in plans.
All right. So speaking on that and creations, what is your most favorite creation that you've ever did?
My favorite, there's this hairstyle called the Koroba braids. It's like when you braid and you turn it like
I,
it's like a spin on a braid.
oh, like a little circle, but it's like circle.
Yes, circle around. Oh my God. So like I saw the hairstyle, I'm like, I've seen some people they already made the braids, and I'm like, I don't want to make the braids and then do it on your head. I want to do it all on your head. And it's like, and then I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm like, okay, I think I could do this. It don't seem right. It took the hairstyle took way longer than I thought it would. But basically, the hairstyle was to put everything spinning all around the head. And then as I'm doing it, like what I've seen so far was everyone like done it straight, just straight around the head. I told my client, I was like, would you mind if I spin it, the braids, instead of it going straight down? Like I feel like straight down is cute or whatever. Would it be cute if it looked like a whole spiral of your head, like braid down? And then like instead of everything in your face, we could do it like as a side part where some braids hang this way and the other braid hang this way, spiral around, all around. And she's like, yeah, let's do that. And I'm like, see, I was like, I knew I liked you. I know I liked you when you sat in my chair. Let's go.
Okay.
And like she was getting, and she's like, oh, and I'm happy. She said she's doing a photo shoot. So if you want to come, I said, yeah, I want to come. And then she's like, yeah, you can have two photos edited if you want. I said, girl, yes. Now I got a free photo shoot in this work. Photographer, a great photographer. He's an upcoming photographer. He was doing the photo shoot for free because he knew the hairstyle we was doing. And now I made another connection with the photographer. And like we're like, oh, so I was like, so if I'm ever doing any more editorial hairstyles, do you want to take shoots? He's like, yeah, if the style is like really like creative, yeah, I want to take the photos. I'm like, I already gotta pay for photographer. Like you know how like because these photographers they be charging, and I'm like, I just want a simple headshot from my website, guys. I'm not paying 150 for a photo. I got a camera myself. But
But you get it. And I get it because when you're also building up with your photography, there's photographers that's all they do, and it's editing and stuff like that. So it's worth the
and I
money.
respect it.
But I know if you're a photographer yourself, you're like, come on.
Now, like, so you and me both know. We both know what this camera does,
Right. Like I could take this picture
and you could delete it right after. Like, just let me use your camera because it's really the camera too. Sometimes
and
it's
the
really
lighting.
the camera, yeah, and the lighting.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, it was just that I just love how she was willing to work with me and just let me do my thing because she know how I work. She said, "Yeah, do it," and it
That,
came out better than what she expected. And
that's
like turned up everything. But
ah,
yeah.
okay. So that was like, of course, like from the last question of like taking something and kind of like doing your own thing, because you want them to be not like a copy, like, like, oh, I've seen this, I want to look like I got
Yeah.
it.
Like
So,
the goal for me, I want to become the inspo. I don't want to always look at the inspo and then we figure out. I want my picture to be on Pinterest and I want people using my work to be like, yeah, I want it like this. Like
okay.
I was tired of, because I kept seeing, so it was like, it was more as, how do I grow from this? It's like, I don't want to just keep doing other people's work. Like, yes, I love everybody's work, but I want to know, how do I make it mine? How do I make it Lei the Stylist did this? Like, I want how she did it. And then some people gonna be like, you know what? No one else could do it than her.
I got it. So with that being said, what's next for you? Are you planning any more toward one area? I'm pretty sure it's probably like braiding or photography. And like, do you want to continue in growing all of them? So either one, like, what is your next?
So next, right now, is next week. I'm going to Corticon. Corticon. Do you know Corticon?
Yes. Okay. So you'll be heading to Coach Con.
Yes, I got tickets for free to go there because my girl, she worked for a company where they give her tickets. Girl Wonder.
Oh, nice.
Cause I was like, you think your boss could get you tickets? Because I know they be having tickets for Corticon. She said, yeah, let me see what I could do. And boom, got me a ticket, and then also another ticket for me to bring someone with me as a like my little artwork. So I'm gonna do her hair like real different like an Egyptian type of style of braids on her head. Like we got the outfit and everything, and like when how have her look in her braids because there's gonna be a bunch of people there, and I want people looking like who did her hair, like who
Exactly.
did her hair, and like I'm gonna just be standing and calm like
Me.
I did. It's me. I
Being
did that girl.
I love it. Being as
Cause I seen mad videos where there was like a lot of people with different type of hairstyles, and they're like, "Who did your hair?" Da, da, da. I'm like, "Yes, I need someone who's gonna have their hair done," and then they be like, "Who did that? Who did that though?" Like, and then what happened? There's a celebrity that come and they want their hair done. They like and like, cause some celebrity they don't judge based off like if you're upcoming or not. They just based off the work, and then from there, let's see where it takes me. But I'm gonna just keep showing up at these events, and like I'm not just gonna show up as someone's calm and regular. Everything.
like I'm gonna let my work speak for it. I love
Yeah.
because a lot of people do like they're like, oh my God. Like I said, as soon as people see it, your hair is like the first thing that people see. Like, so it's like make it big, make it bold, and they'll come. So so quick, like this is super fun. What is the one thing that people might not know about you that you would like to share? Anything, anything. Mhm.
A lot of people don't know I'm a writer. Like, I write books, um, on Wattpad.
What,
And from
so
there.
you published any of them or you just like kind of like ghost?
Yeah, but I just published my first one. I'm still adding more because I was doing little by little. But I think I'm about to just drop the whole thing because I met with a lot of people like I've not met with a lot of people. When I'm on a train, I see someone reading. I was like, if you see a book online, would you like to see the whole thing there or just little by little? She said, me, I'm not gonna read a book if the whole thing is not up. And like that was a lot of opinions of different people. Like so like I every time I saw a reader, I asked their opinion. What is it? What they like with a book? And then I gave them my info. I said, here, well, check out this book right here whenever you're free. And then you just comment what you think on there real quick.
Listen, you're really good as far as like the researching and asking questions like on the spot interview, like gathering re data. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're really good with that. So that's really cool. Like you're like, especially with something
Yeah.
that you're trying to do, like the book, the photography, you're a go-getter, which is
Yeah.
exactly why I wanted to interview you on this podcast. When I met you, you was very quiet in the corner. You was just
Cause
like,
I read cause they, you know I was not supposed to be there, right? I was not invited. Cause
listen,
I saw that long line. I said, I am not getting on long line. I came too far. I woke up very early. I cannot go in that line. And then I saw they said, okay, influencers, y'all come here. I said, well, I'm an influencer today. And I walked in there. And like I have like 2,000 followers on my TikTok. So I said that could do me a little something. That's a little influencing right there. So I slid right in and I was like, if I stay quiet, like I was like, if I stay quiet, they're gonna kick me out. And then the lady, the PR lady, who was the one who invited these people, she came and asked me. She was like, "So how did you get here?" I'm like, "Oh, I saw Secrete post a video of washing Serena hair from Love Island hair, and I love how that look." And I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna do this product for my hair." And like something told me like this is someone who might kick me out. So I just kept talking about hair, and then I started talking about her dreads on her head and everything. I said, I love your dread. How long you been growing it? And she was like, oh, it's about that. She started smiling about how long she's been growing it. I was like, oh, is this my haircut? You can come to me. She's like, oh, okay, okay. She's like, okay. And I knew by that, oh, okay, what that mean was, I'll let you stay. And then she went about her business, carrying on. And I'm like, let me start talking to these people before someone come and ask me another question. And then
yeah.
I had already started talking to some girls who was invited. So then they came and interrupted us while she was talking to me. So she's like, okay, maybe she a part of something here. And they were like, okay, so yeah, so you do hair. Do you do the girls came, so you do guys' hair? I said, yeah, I do. So we have to go. I said, yes, I do. I do guys' hair. Yes. And then she was like, oh yes. And then she's like, they were talking about we gonna collab and everything. I'm like, yep. I'm getting to business, getting people's info, and like I did not know how big these influencers were. I thought I was about to see on Instagram like a little 10K. I'm seeing 500,000 followers. I'm seeing 300K. I'm seeing 100K, and they really be working. Like They're not verified yet, but they really be working. And then I met this girl who's a journalist from California who came to ride on Creed. I went ahead and said, I write books, by the way. I said, wait, you read? She said, yeah, I do read. I said, well, here, I write books on my side. You check that out real quick. I don't know, cause I don't know. She be doing journaling. You don't know where that could go. She could publish on me like, you gotta check out a red letter book by this girl from New York City. I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
My imagination goes very far. I don't care. I'm gonna stay in the Lululemon and keep on working.
As
Cause I
long
don't.
what you was about to say?
Cause no, I said, cause I don't know where it's gonna take me. I just keep going.
Yeah, I think it's as long as you're delusional, but you're also working. Like if you're doing
Yes.
work, but you're just kind of like, look, my imagination is taking me here. Like that day so that day I wanted to go to Vegandale. But I was like, nah, I don't want to go to Vegandale. I just didn't want to go nowhere. And then I was like, but I kept on getting the emails for like Sacred, and I was just like, all right, Karen, just get dressed. I'm like, what I'm gonna wear? I'm like, let me throw on one of my skirts, my braided skirt.
You look nice.
Thank
The
you.
orange and the afro.
I was just like, stand out. This is Beyonce. Like, stand out, wear that. And I was like, bring your camera, bring your mic. Like, I was just like, be prepared. And the thing is really be prepared. I end up doing stuff for like Fox Insider and for that, the only thing I had was my phone. I wasn't too prepared, but I still got a chance to interview Jenny McCarthy with my phone, and they just kind of like held it like Fox representatives. And I was just like, sometimes you you can prepare or you want, but just use what you have, but show up.
Yes.
Say yes, show up, and perfect it. Like if you got two, like I'm gonna research like who is Jenny McCarthy, who is this product, who is this, that, so that way I
And
am
do it.
yeah, and that I'm confident in what I'm speaking about. Like where you was just kind of like, let me talk about hair, let me do that, because it's like what you can't stutter or feel like a phony or be considered a phony if you are speaking about what you do know. And,
Yeah.
but
I just wanted to show that I wanted to be here. I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I wanted to be here. Not with those exact words, but understand that, girl, I'm here to network.
yeah, look,
I'm just here to network.
I seen that line too.
Everything. Yeah.
I was
I'm
like,
like, and then with me just talking to these girls, one of the girls, they was like, you know, they gave us she didn't she was like, did you get the Uber link? I said, what Uber link? She said they pay for your Uber ride home. I said, she sent it to me. I clicked and I got a free ride home all the way from Soho.
wait, see, okay, I didn't get that.
I mean, because it was all those influencers. The influencers, they the one who had it. I'm like, I don't know what made her want to share that with me, but
But
thank you.
listen, everybody, I feel like people manifest it, but I feel like God is always looking out. Like if
Yes.
you did it and you showed up, like I just was like, hey, I want to interview the people, the guests, and this, and they were like, oh, sure, come in. Like I was just like, because if not, I'm going home at the end of the day. Like I was, but I was like, I
I
have a
didn't.
platform, right? So
Yes.
it
I
was
literally came strictly for not interviewing for networking because I had just did this thing with ChatGPT where it's like I said write the story of this girl who has accomplished all these goals. Da, 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 da. My friend, she told me to do this, and then I said, how would a girl my age who wants to achieve these goals by this age achieve these goals by steps? And it gave me a whole rundown on everything I need to do and keep going and learning everything. Is a lot. And one of those things was networking. And like I was like, I really need to step outside, like because I'm in New York City where I can meet a whole bunch of people and I'm not taking advantage of that. And I'm like, and within just one meeting, the opportunities I got from just one event, I'm just thinking if I just keep going on to more, I'm like, I think I can accomplish a lot of things before this year ends. And that's the goal.
yeah, it's true. Like sky is the limit. Most people just don't take the opportunity to get outside. Like it's more comfortable to watch a movie.
Yes.
To be like, you know what? I don't feel like it because it's raining. I don't feel like it because it's snowing. It's too hot. But guess what? A lot of people think that way, but the person who actually goes will get the worm, will get the bird, will get it. Because
Yeah.
people are like, you showed up.
And these people who I've worked under, these hairstylists, photographers, they really be working their butt off. Like you would think, oh, they got a good life after that, but they be working. Like they be flying back and forth in and out
And that's
the
tired.
state on the same day. Then go and still go out to a party event, meet people,
It's
come
tired.
back early in the morning, face beat, makeup done. She's like, I have a client, I got to work. Like they're not like there's a reason why they became at a certain level and that's staying there at that. Because sometimes I feel like yes, you can get access and you get on a level, but now it's about how you maintain staying there. How do you make this stable and everything? And that's remembering how you got there by working hard and keep doing this every day, nonstop.
Yeah, that's the
And
part. That's the part. And that's why, with this podcast and all of the things that I'm doing, like people be like, oh my God, you need to. I'm like, all of it works together, right? Like me
yeah,
cross promoting or even sharing the stories of upcoming people. I'm also learning, and it's also an exchange, because I be really fascinated. I'm like, yo, like I love what people are doing, and I'm like to see other people who are like going after it. It keeps me motivated. Um,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like why not? Why not share somebody's story, give them a platform to talk about what they're doing because those things matter. And it's also building a portfolio, right? Like I'm gonna send you the link. You could put like as far as press, these are things that you have under your belt, media. And like, hey, you want to learn about me? Here's this, like, this is my story or whatever, or what you can learn from my journey. So it's just kind of like a win-win on everybody. And it's just the take from everybody around the world, right?
yes,
Whether you're from London, Germany, Miami, New York, Texas, or anything like that, like podcasts really bring people together. TikTok, social media, writing, right? Like it's just kind of like storytelling. Um,
yes.
yeah. So this is the last two. What is for yourself? What is your hairstyle that you like to do on yourself? And is there a favorite book that you wanted to recommend for readers?
A favorite. Oh, my hairstyles. I only do straight backs on my head. I'm also like I'm Muslim. Wear hijab and everything. So I still do my hair sometimes, but at the moment right now, my go-to has just been straight mix on my head, whether it's under the scarf or outside the scarf. Mix is under my head or my afro, my natural hair out with with the curls. I like because I cut my hair a lot. For someone who do hair, I don't like the hair on my head. I get real hot and everything, and like when I feel like really like I'm like it happened multiple times where like if I got stressed and everything, I'm ready to cut it all off again. But now I'm letting it grow, everything. But anyways, go to is mix and curl on my head. Favorite book? That's the thing. I don't really read. I just write. I do got some books. I will say, I mean, this is the only book that's popping on my head right now, which is Rich Dad Poor Dad, where it's like it talks like experience like investments and like money wise on like how to become rich and how to stay there and like a businessman perspective. So I just learned from that. Like, no, that's not my favorite book. I will say because I don't know the title. I don't know they're good to be great, like Daniel Collins.
Ah, okay.
This one I'll say I like this a lot because as I'm reading, like they talk like even though like I'm not even in the business industry, I use on how could I take the notes into what I do, which was he talked about collecting data from different businesses and like learning how to invest in companies and stuff. Like to know how to invest in companies, like knowing the CEO, knowing who's running the company. Like that's how you know how to invest in a certain company, like knowing how they work and what they've done in their past and everything. Because you can't just invest in the company because the company's doing good by itself. Know the people who's working in the company and like why the company is so great in the first place. So that because you're not just investing in the company, you're investing in the people at that. And then during during research, so the way he talked about how you invest is like you study all these CEOs, school they went to, how they got there, which one already had advantages, who didn't have advantages, and then like it's a whole um yeah, like pie chart, and not really pie chart, but either way, he put all these CEOs under it, and it's just a whole bunch of data on all of them, and then like seeing within 5 to 10 years whose company is getting there and how is getting there. Within is it with more investments? Is that why they're blowing up? Is it because they're not wise with their money and everything like that? And then like basically what I got from here was that when like with what I do, I like I look at I knowing my audience, basically knowing what type of audience, what type of clients that I want coming to me, and like what I want to be known as. And then like with everything I do, I always gather opinions on everything just to get a sense and idea on what I want to do. And that so I don't get lost in there. Am I making sense?
No, you get it. That's good.
Okay.
Well, I said you with the data, like you like understand why people are doing certain things, who is the demographic, who's your target audience, and then you cater to that. So it makes when you're about to throw the dart a little bit easier because you know now where you're trying to throw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so okay, so now that we're done, I already know how can people find you on social media?
Okay, so you can find me as Lei the Stylist on TikTok, Lei the Stylist on Instagram, literally LeithySystylist. Lei the Stylist. Personal page is called Lidems, Lidemz, where I have everything I do, photography, hair, and my personal page, of course, and my design page. Everything is under my bio. If you ever, whatever you want to connect me through, I'm always checking my socials, my DMs, and everything because I don't know who's about to hit me up. I'm always checking, whether it's a request, whether it's general. I don't care. And please don't be afraid to ask me anything, even if it's just a general question that you're just curious about. I'm here and willing to talk and everything. So
Love it, love it. Thank you so much, Layla. But I'm gonna say Assanatou. Assanatou. I said it.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So thank you so much again for joining and sharing your story, your journey, your aspirations, and like so much insight, especially that book, because that's my first time even seeing or knowing about that book. So that's something I'm gonna put on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I can't wait to see your pieces, well, your piece at the Culture Con, your photos and things like that, which you're going to share. Uh, thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
your host, Karen, and you're sitting and chatting and listening to your girl, Layla the Stylist.
you. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Bye, guys.